In this video, we'll talk about the drug digoxin, which is a cardiac glycoside. So let's talk about first the normal action potential and the normal changes in the cell when the signal arrives. Okay, so this is our heart, this is SA node, AV node. When the signal arrives to the cardiac cell, I've drawn it in a bigger picture. Okay, this is our cardiac cell. You can see that whenever action potential arises, okay, there will be, whenever the signal arises, there will be calcium, okay, released from the sarcoplasmic reticulum, and this calcium will bind to troponin C, okay, of actin myosin filament, and this will cause interaction of the actin in the myosin, and there will be contraction of the muscle. Okay, so this will lead to contraction, and contraction means increase in force of contraction, right? And it will cause increased stroke volume, and this will cause increased cardiac output. So this is the normal phenomenon. So now you can see that if we want to increase this cardiac output, we need to increase the stroke volume, and ultimately we need to increase this force of contraction, so that we can increase the cardiac output. So for that we need this calcium to be raised inside the cell. So what we can do is, we can do this by inhibiting this channel, that is Na plus K plus ATPase pump with the help of digoxin. This digoxin will bind at the K plus site, okay, and this will inhibit this channel. So if this will inhibit this channel, then what will happen is this Na plus will won't be able to get outside the cell, okay. So there will be increased amount of sodium inside the cell. Now for this channel to act, that is Na plus calcium exchanger, what we need is, we need this sodium to be low in amount, because you can see that this exchanger is throwing calcium out, and it is causing sodium to get influx, that is inside the cell, and this is increasing the amount of the sodium. But now, because we have inhibited this channel, that is Na plus K plus ATPase pump, okay, there will be increased sodium inside the cell, and there will be no activation of this channel. So what will happen is, this calcium will not be able to thrown outside the cell, and this calcium will be raised inside the cell, and ultimately this calcium in turn will stimulate this sarcoplasmic reticulum, which will increase this calcium and ultimately contraction. So there will be increased force of contraction, and this can lead to increase in cardiac output. So in the patient of CHF, the pathology is heart is not able to pump properly, okay, because there is a weakness of the cardiac myocytes. But now by giving digoxin, we are increasing calcium inside, and ultimately by increasing the force of contraction and the cardiac output, and so the patient will be relieved of the symptoms, right? So this is a whole mechanism, okay, of using this digoxin. So digoxin will bind at this site, so it will inhibit Na plus K plus pump, and in turn this pump will be inhibited, so there will be no efflux of the calcium, and calcium will be raised inside the cell, and which will lead to contraction. But now, one side there is a good part of the drug, other side this is causing a very harmful side effect, that is it is increasing potassium, that is this can lead to hyperkalemia. How? You can see that we are inhibiting this pump, right? So because of this, sodium is not getting out, and K plus, that is potassium, is not getting inside, so potassium will be raised outside the cell, so there will be increased K plus in the blood, and this can lead to arrhythmia or cardiac arrest, and patient can die. Okay, so one side this is good, this is helping us, but on other side it can be a killer drug also. So what we need to do is, we need to monitor this drug, right? We need to monitor the drug, and under observation this can be given, okay, and it is very helpful also. So one use is, I already explained you one use, that is CHF. Now it is also used in AFib. How it will be useful in AFib is, I will explain you. You can see that this is our heart. In atrial fibrillation, what will happen is there is an increased firing in this region. Okay, there is atrium. Okay, the atrium is firing more than its normal range. So now, if this is this firing range is high, this can travel. Okay, from the SA node, the signal will travel through the right atrium. Through that, it can go through the AV node and it can reach to the ventricles. And if they reach to the ventricles, and if ventricles, okay, start firing at a higher rate, and there will be arrhythmia because of this signal, this can lead to decreased filling, okay, of the ventricles, and this will lead to decreased cardiac output. Because you can think like us, if a ventricle is pumping, okay, at a higher rate, it is contracting at a higher rate, then there will be no proper diastole, so there will be no relaxation, okay, and there will be no feeling of the heart properly. So it won't have that much stroke volume that is required to the body, and this can lead to even syncope and death of the patient. So by giving this digoxin, how this is helpful is, digoxin causes vagus stimulation, and we know that vagus stimulation causes AV node depression, right? So this digoxin will depress this AV node, that is, it will decrease the firing of the AV node. So now whatever signal that will be reached here won't be transmitted forward to the ventricles. Okay, so this way this is helping in AFib. So atrium firing goes to AV node, then to the ventricles. But now as we are depressing this AV node, no firing will reach this ventricles, and ventricles will be saved, and ultimately arrhythmia is treated, right? So in this way, the two uses of this drug is, one is CHF because it increases the calcium, increases force of contraction, and in AFib because it depresses the AV node, and atrium signals won't be able to reach the ventricle, and there will be no ventricular tachycardia, and ultimately this condition is treated. And the side effect is this hyperkalemia, which I've already explained you, right? So what is the side effect of this drug? The side effect is hyperkalemia, right? So yeah, that's all for this video. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, so that you don't miss any of my videos, and thanks for watching.